Hello my dear friends, welcome to my channel. I got a solution for this problem, finding the sum of the series using Python programming. For that we are having the constraint in your program. The constraint is you need to get an input from the user and that input is within a limit. That specific limit is n should be within 1 to 9, right? And this input format should be in a data type integer and output should be in a form of sum of zeros. Say for example, I'm giving the integer value as 2. It has to repeat the operation for 2 times and it has to display the sum of those two numbers. Okay. So the series is like n plus nn plus nnn, like that the series will move on till n. Okay. Say for example, if I am giving the input as 2, it has to repeat for 2 times, that is 2 plus 2, 2 times it has to repeat, and the sum of these two numbers is 24, right? And if I give the input as 3, it has to repeat the operation for 3 times. Repeat the series for 3 times. So you will get the final answer 369. Sum of these three numbers. Okay. I hope so you have understand the concept. Now we will go for programming. Right. Let me explain about each and every line in detail. First line signifies, you can see here, n is equal to int of input enter the value of n. The meaning of that is, it will prompt for the input from the user. Okay. See, enter the value of the n. You can see the output. Enter the value of the n. It is asking the value of n from the user. I am giving the value as 3. You see what is happening? It is printing the sum of series as 369. Clear? Okay. So now second line. What the second line signifies in the sense, if 1 is less than or is equal to n is less than or is equal to 9. The meaning of second line is, after getting the input from the user, we are checking whether the given limit is within 1 to 9. If it is so, it will go for executing the further lines, or else it will show the errors. Okay. So now, what is the meaning of third line in the sense, a is equal to string of n. The meaning of that is, after getting the number, that is, I am printing the number as 3, right? I am giving the input as 3. So, a's value now will be converted into string value. Okay. A value will be converted into string value. You can see here, I am giving the input and it is printing the output. How this output will be obtained in the sense, for that we need to do some operation. That is the operation I am going to explain now. Okay. So you can see here, a is equal to string str of n. The meaning of that is, we are going to convert an integer value to string, right? See, we are getting the input in the form of integer. That integer value we are going to convert into the string in the third line, right? I will explain what is the purpose of this conversion in a later session. Okay. And fourth line, b is equal to n. Now the value of b, you can see the value of b is equal to n. The meaning of that is, b is equal to 3 now. Okay. And what is the value of c now? C is nothing but, c is equal to string of n. The meaning of that is, we are converting again the particular n value into string. Okay. String of 3. So c's value is string 3, a's value is string 3, and b value is integer 3. Right. So before entering into the loop, you can see a, b and c value. A's value is string 3, b value is 3, and c's value is string 3. Okay. So I have the tabular column for you. You can see this for understanding. Before entering inside the loop, a's value is string 3, b's value is 3, and c's value is string 3. Okay. And after entering inside the loop, you see what is the value of ABC. Then you will be clear. Okay. And sixth line indicates for loop for I in range 1 to n. So this loop will execute from 1 till n minus 1. The meaning of that is, range you know very well. Range is nothing but between the maximum number. That is, between n 1 to n, it will execute the loop. Okay. Now for I in range 1 comma n, the meaning of that is, this loop is going to execute for 2 times only. You know, n minus 1 times this loop will be executed. That is what here I am mentioning range. Range in the sense, it will exclude the maximum number. So maximum number here I am giving is 3. So within 3 it will stop its execution. That is, this particular loop will execute for 1 and 2 values. Okay. Now what is the meaning of 7th line? Let me explain it quickly. C is equal to C plus A. The meaning of that is, you can see what is C's value now. C value is string 3 and A value is string 3. See, I'm going to convert this particular string value into concatenation operation. Okay. C plus A is here is nothing but, what is the value of C? C is nothing but string 3 plus string A's value is string 3. Now what is the value of C in the sense? It is 3, not a 6. See, 3 plus 3 is not 6. Because it is a string value, we are using the concatenation operation as plus. The meaning of plus here in between two strings is nothing but concatenating. Okay. So the C's value now is 3 and B value is, you can see B value is, B is equal to, what is the B value? Before entering inside the loop, B value is 3, right? So now 3 plus int of C. The meaning of that is, int of C is nothing but, we are having the string value as 3. Okay. So C's value now in string, we are going to convert that string value into an integer value. Int of C is nothing but int of 3. Clear? So now 3 plus 3. So here in B, we are having both the values in an integer. So we can perform the addition operation. Clear? Now we are having the A value, B value and C value when I is equal to 1. So this particular values of are when I is equal to 1. Okay. You can see the tabular column. Then you can understand. If I is equal to 1, what is the A's value? A value is string of 3 as it is, no change in that. Our B value is calculated as 3 plus 3. So the answer is 36. And C value is string of 3. We are performing the concatenation operation here. Are you clear with this? Okay. Let me quickly explain about what is the value of particular A value, B value and C value when I is equal to 2. Okay. When I is equal to 2. What is the value of A? A is as it is. There is no change in A. So as it is, because it is outside the loop, there is no change in A. We will have a change in B and C. Let me quickly explain it now. C is equal to C plus A. Now what is the value of C? C is nothing but previous value. What is the value of C in for I is equal to 1? You can see C is 3, string of 3. So you can mention here C value, previous value is string of 3 plus A. A value is not changed. Okay. Now we are having string of 3 plus 3. Here concatenation operation should take place, not a summing of operation. Okay. Now we have 3 plus 3. Here it is nothing but 3. Clear? So C is equal to string of 3 now. Clear? Right. So then what is B's value? B is equal to B plus int of C. The meaning of that is, what is the value of B previously? You can see in the tabular column, what is the value of B? It is 36. Okay. We are going to sum it up now. B is equal to 36 plus int of C. So int of C here is 3. Now the value of 36 plus integer 333. The answer for this is 36 plus 333. It is nothing but 369. Clear? Now if it reaches 3, the n value will be incremented, that is I value will be incremented, it will reach 3. So it reaches the maximum value. I already mentioned that if it reaches the maximum value, it will be excluded. It will exit out of the loop. So it will exit out of the loop and it will print the value, B's value as 369. Okay, so this is the concept I want to explain you today. If there is any doubt, you can ask me, friends. Thank you. Thanks for watching.